What's going on? I don't know if this friggin' thing's working. Doesn't look like it. Don't think it is. I need a bloody C cord. Morning. My microphone's not working today. Excuse me. I don't know what's excuse me happening. Yeah, I haven't got my microphone. My microphone's not working. For some reason. Can't work it out. It's not connecting. I can't even see if it's actually lit up on the phone. Oh, we'll just have to deal with wind noise. Excuse me for a second, I'll just share it. Facey. Sun is in and out. I've got to change the bloody cord because, actually no I don't, because we're not using microphones. Plug it straight in. Four people now. No thumbs up yet. I've got a saw to reveal today that I worked on yesterday. So it's actually the one in the photo I used to post on the community page to say I was going live. should see if I can find the air filter. Air filter's caked. Air filter's caked, it needs a clean. And a couple of patch jobs. Just top the tank, or well, not all the way up, but 3/4 of a tank in it, and it's not leaking around the tank seal anymore. It's seeping a little bit on the fuel hose, but once that swells up, we'll be right. Cheers. We need a stick or something. Clean the breather hole out. Yeah, look at that. Thank you. So, just to remind everyone, this is what the giveaway saw is. 1,000 subs, brand new in the box. This is my one. I bought 3. Darcy's got 1. I've kept 1 to play with, and the subscriber that wins the 1,000, the saw gets to choose what they want, whether they want it stock, modified or ported. What's everyone been doing since the last live stream? I haven't been doing much. Like Christmas Day, pretty much moped around all day, just looking at my veggies, playing a game on my other phone. Check my veggies again. They nearly died actually. Most of the lettuces and some tomatoes, they all keeled over because it was 30 something degrees. Thir 34. Can't remember what it was now. It was bloody hot. I know that much. First pull. Tell you what, that's pretty good. It's ported. She was blown up. Absolutely beyond repairable, like far out, blown up. I did put the pics up in the community page yesterday. I think it was yesterday, yeah, yesterday. Blown up, but this is a different saw in disguise now. I wanted to keep the black top because that's the only 1010 pretty much that's missing from my collection. But this top end and crank, oh, actually the whole engine with the oil tank and everything is out of a different saw. I don't know if you'll probably won't recognise it because it's clean-ish. This recoil's off that other saw I'm talking about, that the motor's off, because the recoil off this 1010 wouldn't go in the pulls properly. I don't know why. It's the same bloody recoil. So the whole engine and the muffler is out of a different saw. Basically, the only thing off this 1010 is the clutch cover, the clutch, handlebar, fuel tank carby, intake manifold, all that, the lower brace on the rear handle and the insert in the handle, all that's off the black top, but everything else, the engine's completely different, but it's the same cylinder. So it's the same CCs, 54cc. But the only parts original to the saw is everything on top. Handlebar, carb, fuel tank, all that's all original to the saw, but everything else has been swapped out. Main thing is it works. Three thumbs up. Someone's popped in and hasn't said anything yet. Or maybe they can't type. That's why they did it. So, actually Christmas Day was spent in the garage. That I was talking about. Actually, what's today? Today's the day after Boxing Day. Yeah, it was Christmas Day, or yesterday morning. No, Christmas Day. I fixed my compressor. I got up early, that's right, yeah. Fixed my air compressor. So now a port job on this. It's only a mild port job, and it's got a timing advance as well, but complete disassembly. I did that Christmas Eve night. That might have been when I put up the post. I can't remember now. But this whole saw only took me probably an hour and a half to complete. I ground the cylinder, blew it out with my air compressor. Beautiful. I used to would have to wash it wash the grindings out of the, the millings out of the cylinder, then chamfer it, then wash it again, then double check again, sand any sharp edges, wash it again, and put it together. I ground, so I will show you what I've done, but I kind of don't really want to show it until I'm actually running some Max today. The 1010 blacktop, back running. It is ported. It's ported now. I was just telling the story of pretty much my Christmas day, and this took me about an hour and a half to port it and assemble it. But it's not what it seems. It is still 54 cc's, but the only parts original to the saw is the fuel tank handle, carb, and the handlebar. Everything else has been swapped out. Oh, the clutch cover and the clutch, but everything else has been swapped out. It's got a spur. Just because the original clutch drum had a rim somehow welded to it, so it doesn't have the little doovalaki that you slide the rim onto. The rim was actually, it was like it was soldered or brazed straight onto the clutch drum. I've never seen it before, but it was pretty worn out, so I've just chucked a spur on it. I can change it out to a dry clutch drum with a rim at a later date, because the 610 ones fit straight on there. Same as the bearing. All that. A 610 crank would work in one of these if I was in a pinch. But she did fire first pull with the choke on. 1010. This is the original. There might have been one before this. It probably wouldn't have been an automatic. It probably just would have been a Mac 1010. Manual only oiler, I reckon. But she's was absolutely blown up. If you had a look at the community post I put up about it, completely blown up, beyond repair. The cylinder I can't even do anything with. It's got a nice gouge above the transfers all the way to the top, and whatever come out, it's pushed it into the top of the cylinder. So that's why it had absolutely no comp. I've I managed to get spark back on the points, just needed to clean. They weren't opening, so I sorted that out, but there's no point trying to start it because it had absolutely no comp. But yeah, she's a little devil in disguise. It is 54cc still, but ported, timing advance, and electronic. Now I've got to wait till bloody March till I can run it properly with a bar and chain. If only I had a log. If only that wasn't. The air filter was minty. Fix that real fast, pretty much. Just couple of pieces of felt glued straight on there, inside and out, and that'll be fixed. Well, as good as fixed. The 08S from the unboxing, sheared flywheel key. That's why I couldn't pull it over. Doesn't make sense, but I'd say the magnets were hitting on the coil because the key was sheared, so it gets a little bit of movement. And the magnets were touching the coil laminations. I was going to bring it today, but I didn't. Message retracted. Yeah. So my porting time's halved since I fixed the compressor. Can blow the saw, like the parts off if they need it. In my case, I just separate the saw. I didn't even bother timing it. I can remember from the other, like the Super Priority 1, the 710A, the 60, the Mini Mac, I can pretty much gauge how much intake they need. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to 160, anywhere in between where it's at, which is generally 122, 125, something like that, intake duration. I scribed a line on the piston, but I didn't take the material off the piston this time. I took it off the intake because it's got a little, the Max, when they come around, there's a little step up, so they sort of suck air in those two little lungs, so to speak, first, because the skirt on the piston goes like that, like a, don't know what shape you'd call that, sort of like a, forget that shape, if you cut it in half, like a pyramid with the top cut off. That's what the sort of shape. So they sort of open up first in those two outside parts of the intake. I matched that in, so I probably only give it 5 more degrees, which is 10 duration. As for the exhaust port, or ports, there's two circle ports in these ones. I'll put the photos up in the community page. It's before I blew off the cylinder, because I took those photos and sent them to Darcy straight away. So I raised the exhaust maybe 1 millimetre, which is 1 degree, 2 degrees. Sort of matched in the bridge. Instead of around, I sort of went for like a square in the bridge and then round, so it makes it like the intake port but with a bridge in the middle. Extended so these have got 3 transfer ports, but they're very small and they angle up. There's 2 right behind the intake port. I ground the lowers all the way so it feeds from the case straight away, and the other 2, I left the small ones as they are. The middle ones, I made the transition into them a little bit smoother because they've got a windowed piston. So basically more intake, more charge, bigger bang. That's the way I see it. Can't adjust the squish unless I've got a mill to move the bearing pockets down and then get someone to cut the base. I can't do any of that, so more air, bigger bang. Only thing is, I think this side cover I'll have to swap out for another one because it's a tight fit now. Because I think the tank's down a little bit lower. Maybe I think it was a bastard to get off when I originally got the saw. Maybe I just need to shave the top of it a little bit. I probably won't even run this side cover on it. I've got others. And if Darcy pops in, it's a staggered. He's making me 2 full wrap handlebars. I want one for this and one for the 60. I haven't checked the 60, but he's got a 60, so he just needs to make. Chris, what's going on? Hope you're seeing it. The blacktop 1010 in disguise. Not repairable. Original piston and cylinder. I could probably use the crank, but not the con rod. The crank out of this, I'll be using the rollers, I reckon, or the whole setup. Actually, yeah, I probably could use the whole setup because the bearing will be different. It'll have the locating pin on the oil tank, is it? I think. But I'll use the rollers out of this, the original crank out of this, on my ported Pro Max 60. And I'll have to check that wrist pin in the bearing on that because it's got a knock like it's missing a roller bearing out of the con rod. But apparently this had a knock, and you'll see in the photos, that last photo where the wrist pin goes through the piston, it's flogged out one side of the piston, so that's what the knock was. The piston was doing this in the cylinder. Or should I say that? I should bloody get a new phone clamp That'll be like first on the list after in the new job, in the new year. Because it sits where it's broken, it sits crooked. That's straight now. Beautiful. Press fit, yep. On the in the community page, the very last photo, well for me it's the last photo, of the side of the piston. You'll see it's all like that bit that it slides into is missing. That's probably what the pistons put in the top of the bloody squish band. It's gouged from the upper transfer all the way, and it's pushed something in the top of the cylinder, so that cylinder's cactus. Unless there's something I could do to fill that gouge in. Probably still run with a new piston and rings. It's got to have a new piston because a piece of the piston actually broke off yesterday on the skirt. They're a different piston. Different to the Pro Mac 1010 piston. They've got a bigger window. It's the same as the Super 1010 piston. I don't know if you know what that even looks like or whatever, but there's photos of that piston. That's the same as the Super. Well, I've got another piston. I could use the Super 1010 piston, but I need a new set of rings. Maybe the Homelight 350, 360 rings will fit them. I don't know, but I know the pistons can go in here. This is the recoil off the famous PM 1010, the first one I did videos on. So the chip guard's actually broken. The original recoil wouldn't open up the starter pulls to go in properly for some reason. I think I've got to put more tension on the spring. It's not a different size max. It's the exact same recoil, just it won't open the starter pulls for some reason. Like when you put it down and you lift it up to make it open the pulls, it wouldn't do anything. I'm not sure why, so that's the PM 1010 recoil. The bottom bolt's broken inside the oil tank. I'll have to try and get that out. I've got more tanks, doesn't really matter. This isn't the tank off this saw either because the oil pump springing backwards. Nope. It was actually in the wrong spot. There's photos of that too. So remember the spring was under this part, and then the rope rotor was upside down. I've sorted all that out. It's all back in the right spot, but I don't think I've put enough tension. I don't think I put enough tension on it, but this recoil kind of looks older, so it sort of suits the saw. I don't know if you agree. That's the Super 1010 engine shroud. That's got the most paint on it. I should have put the original one back on it. But this one's ported, Chris, with a timing advance now. The fuel tank leaks sorted itself out. We just got a little bit more to go for the fuel hose to swell a little bit to stop that grommet leaking. It's seeping a little bit of fuel, but it's not ending up, it's not in the carb tray like it was last time when I put fuel in it first time. And the bolt hole doesn't leak either. Touch wood. High idle doesn't work. Rubber insert just bloody fell out of the handle. We've got a bit of a problem with the carb, actually. This is the carb off this saw. If it keeps playing up, I'll just swap it out with the carb that's original to the engine. High jet's half a turn out, but if I turn the high jet, it plays up with the low, like the idle circuit. I know I should have kitted the carb and all that, but I try to give him a fighting chance. It's an SDC. They got the what's the names inside, the check valve, all that stuff. It wasn't doing it before, but it's actually little bubbles of fuel are coming up out of the carb and then going back down, and then when it shuts off, it's feeding more in there. It's flooding itself. It's leaking down. It's probably just the metering lever height. There's probably some crap behind the plate, but that's the carb off the saw. I can swap it out. I would have had to make new gaskets if I tried to get the riser spacer from the carb off with the gaskets. That's the only reason I put the original carb back on. It does look good. I think the original recoil had more paint on it than that one. I will sort it out. Hopefully it just needs some more tension on the spring. So this is electronic now, it's not points. The valve muffler, it still works, but it's sort of rusted out. It's not the muffler that was on it, the muffler was on a cactus. So, I was saying just before you popped in, sounds like carb, yeah. It's leaking down. So what I was saying before you popped in is my porting time's halved since I fixed my compressor. Just got to go to the toilet. How is it for wind noise on the phone? It's pretty windy today, and we've gone from like 72 Fahrenheit to 40 today. So it's 35 degrees at about 6 p.m. last night to 20 degrees today. It's a big jump in temperature. So my porting time's halved since I fixed my compressor on Christmas Day. I just had to swap out the master switch, you know, where the power leads come into the box, and the push-pull button that turns it on and off, and the little, when it builds up pressure, it pushes it off. I just had to swap that out from my big petrol. Yeah, my petrol compressor had one because it was electric. I just put a Honda motor on it. So swap that out. Now I can blow everything down. It took me about an hour and a half all up from porting to reassemble to where it sits now. About an hour and a half. We've got some weird bloody noises happening. Solar panels draining the phone. Draining the power. It's overcast, but it's glary. What's that? Contact points. What do you mean? Contact points. On the 1010, it's electronic. Four thumbs up. 45 minutes already. Far out. Contact points. Compressor. Oh, yeah. Zach, what's going on? You too. It's the day after Boxing Day here. Air compressor switch. Yeah, I'll get you now. The original one wouldn't build up pressure. Or the build up 5 pounds or something, and then where the little pipe goes into that switch, it'd leak. Like there must be like a diaphragm or something in there that pushes that thingo up. That was leak pissing out air, so I had to swap it out. Now it builds up and holds pressure 12 hours or something. I reckon before it be 12 hours before it actually switches the compressor back on to build up pressure again. The clone, yeah, she fired up pretty easy this morning. She loves it. Don't know if you've seen the community post, Zach, but the 1010 blacktop. Irreparable. But it's back in business now. Ported and timing advance. I advanced the timing a little bit, probably a little bit too much. Oh dear, forgot I did that. There goes half the tank of fuel there on the ground. I know what you're going to say, typical Mac, but it's the carb's leaking down. It just keeps bellowing fuel into the saw. Like it keeps pumping, you know what I mean? I reckon there's crap behind that plate. Not to worry, it's better off having more fuel in the cylinder than none, you know. Keep it lubricated. This thing never fell out with the original screw in it, which it's got, but now it wants to fall out, so I've got to put a longer screw in there. I just tipped half the freaking fuel out, can you believe it? I forgot I left the cap loose. Let me know about the wind noise. I brought me microphone, but it won't connect for some reason now. I bet that works. Nah, I must have broke something. Don't know. Doesn't want to borrow of it today. No taxes. First law. Well, it's not really a law to pay tax, but apparently everyone's got to do it. If we didn't have to pay tax, we'd all be able to afford to live. I can tell you I would. Ruler of your, it's not really the bloody. You don't notice it, okay. It's kind of, yeah, the phone's not getting it. There's more than one law I reckon I'd get rid of, but that'd be one on the top of the list, I reckon. What did I get for Christmas? Nothing. Well, not nothing, I've already got it, but yeah, my workbench. Got that months ago though. Sarah. Got to use my phone as a phone, saw as a phone stand. Hat. I got it for free. You could call this a Christmas present. People throw trash. Well, not really trash, just stuff they don't want anymore. They just throw it. They dump it here, there, and everywhere. I'm kind of sitting where people throw rubbish because it's too expensive to go to the tip. This hat was thrown down near the local reservoir, so I picked it up. The owner's name's in the hat. Right there. I'll wear it, saves me from getting sunburnt. Well, cloud burnt today because overcast, but still glary. I got that yellow saw sorted, but I didn't bring it. So do I. Caps, basically. I've got probably 6, 7 Metallica ones. A couple of asphalt company brand name, like company name caps. I think I've thrown a couple out. I've got a Bundy rum one somewhere. That's a flex fit. I've probably got a box. Wouldn't be a very big box, probably 2 foot deep, probably full of them somewhere. Used to wear them all the time, but they give me a headache. This one will give me a headache soon. That's why you see me take it off for a little bit and then put it back on again. I've got a cap in the car, but it's the missus. The one that says boss. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the yellow saw fixed it. Well, I didn't really fix it. It needs a special type of rubber insert. I tried to fix it with a bit of hose over the bolt. It still moves a little bit, but the hose on the bolt keeps falling off, slipping off of it. So I swapped the rubbers over. Now it'll idle, and I don't really think it revs up. Blessed, my favourite one. I got my shirt. One of my shirts in my videos has got the hands together like that. It says blessed down the bottom. She's getting pretty battered and beaten though. Stained from wiping my hands on it. It's got a couple of holes. There's a couple of holes in it somewhere because God bless America. When I was grinding, the Fordham got caught in it and ripped a little hole in it, I think. Is that where you're from, Sarah? There you go. Australia, Melbourne. Should be able to tell because of the accent. Bogan. Oh, this cylinder's got the option for a 700 muffler. Ooh. Crocodile Dundee. Tennant Creek. Walkabout Creek, but Tennant Creek. So that's what I said, that's what my hat needs. It needs the crocodile teeth. It's pretty much the same hat, but doesn't have the thingo around it. I reckon old mate kept the... You can see where there was something on it from the stitching. Both sides. Old mate's taken whatever was on the front of it off, or around it off, and piffed the hat. See, I can actually push that up and it makes it look like a cavalry hat. Crocodile Dundee. Mick Dundee. Old Ernie. Not supposed to rain today. Hopefully I don't get wet. That's the stocky. Nope. No way. No. Only famous person really I'm related to is Paulie Corrette that played Muriel? You're Terrible Muriel. Muriel's Wedding. It's Paulie Corrette. I think that's the name, yeah. Family friends with the McGraths, Glenn McGrath and Beck. Is it Beck? Rebecca McGrath, yeah. Donna's his mum. It's getting windy. I could probably take that plate off the carb while it's sitting in it. I might do that. It's not even tight. Bit of sawdust behind there. Gasket and diaphragm. I don't want to break nothing here. Rip anything. Ha-ha. One of those ones. Looks like it was kitted not long ago, but I'm thinking that metering lever is too high. It is way too high. Way too high. It's well above the body of the carb. See if I can show you. Trucks, yep. Can you see how high that is? Way too high. And not lined up properly either. It's kicked over a bit. There we go. Now we should be sweet. Yeah, I've done some kilometres. Been driving 11 years. I've probably done maybe 1 million in that amount of time. I reckon. This is the hard part, trying to put it back on now. Tailgate repairs. Hopefully it works. Stops it from flooding. I'd have thought it was high. Now it should tune a little bit better. I could turn the low jet all the way in and it'd still act rich, but it didn't want to rev. iPhone. I'm filming on iPhone. My chat phone's Android. That one there. That one there. My gaming phone. I need to find my tuning screwdriver. I think it's on the passenger seat. 1.25 on the low. One and a bit on the high. Chokage. Pissing out even more fuel. Crack the hot jet at half. Think I broke it. I'll have to check it when I get home. Pissing out fuel everywhere. I can't stand it. It's windy here every day. Yesterday it was worse than this. Way worse. I need to find my tune. Oh, this one will fit. Thousand subscriber winner. gets that. Well, there'll be like a draw. Once I hit 1,000 subs, the winner gets that if they want it stock. Stock, ported, or just modified. Obviously, I've got to do those things first so you guys will be able to see it. I don't even know if I want to port my one, that one. They're strong straight out of the box, but I suppose with the timing advance and a little bit bigger pipe on the muffler, they'll be stronger. I'm looking because I can see rain falling over there. I don't want to get wet again. I could jump in the ute, that's no big deal. Probably do that anyway. Get out of this wind for a bit. Once this is empty, we'll go in there. I don't have to yell. It's a comfier seat and it's out of the wind. The 08S run out of fuel last live stream, didn't it, Chris? I've got a drop left. That's it. I'll have to mix up some fresh batch, but probably be a 5 litre bottle or a small, like a little, a smaller bottle. Just trying to think what else is in there. All 08S's. The Echo might be out of fuel. Where'd everyone go? Is it getting late? Nah, it'll only be 6:30. 5:30. 5:30. Supper time. It's only 9:23 AM here. I can't check if Darcy's awake yet or not. Probably not. I think he was still awake at 4 o'clock this morning. Let's go to the pool again. One bloody fluid pills. She's windy. Doesn't feel like 20 degrees, feels like probably 16. Bloody cold out there. Just blew the hat off my head. So when I get out, after the live stream, when I go home, I'm going to tear down the ported Promax 60. See if I can find what the knock is. I think I'm missing one roller out of the conrod. If I am, I'm going to swap about with the rollers off the 1010. Reassemble. I don't have any fuel hose left for the Canadian 177, so I'll just put a filter on it, take the carb off, probably put a kit through it because I think I've still got one HS Tilly carb kit. see if I can get that running, and then the next live stream, if I get both of them finished, I'll bring them along, sort this out, I'll put the other carb from the engine on this one here because it was good, or see if I can work out this one. It's probably got the wrong kit in it, I'm guessing. If I can get it to stop leaking down, it should be good. Probably swap the needle out or clean the seat. Clean the seat with a drill and a cotton tip. I've got cotton tips that fit in there. Then we should be good to go. Then I've got to get all the saws out, take the hard lid off, the sports bar off, get rid of the bumper, modify that a little bit. We should be good to go. Just hoping Darcy pops in. That's going to be fun. Chris, Darcy's making me 2 full wrap handles. I'm going to put one on this black top 1010 and the ported Pro Max 60. Yeah, the ported Pro Max 60. Love that saw. You want to see it in action, you've got to go way back to the live stream in the forest. You'll see it. First time I ran it. I'm in shorts and thongs and a singlet, or actually this shirt I think it was. No, it was my blue shirt. Sky blue shirt. I don't have that anymore, threw it out the other day. She was worn out. Ripped the hole in the back for having it tucked in because I used to wear it under my work shirt. Just wore out the back of it, sitting in the truck. I might go in the ute in a minute. It's getting cold. I've got to find a longer screw to hold that in there now. Far out. Am I still working? Yep. Okay. Yeah, well, I have to go in the back of the ute in a minute because my phone's dying real fast. Might just tighten this chain a touch. It's got no oil in it and I've left it loose for a reason. Because if I put oil in it, it's just gonna, every time I rev it, it's gonna go all over me. That'll do. Oh, and as for projects, while I'm on holidays, I've only got another week and two days, so 9 days. It's not that much when you think about it. I've got a partner 35 in a box, sitting out the back, spent out the back in the rain and whatnot. It just needs the recoil and so both halves put back on. Yeah. So recoil side, clutch side, I think it all goes over the motor, and then bar and chain, and then the side cover goes on. I think it is a chain brake model. Can't remember now. I haven't really had a decent look at it. So that's another top handle. If it goes and it's not completely full of water and rusted away, I don't think it would be, because there's a 660 fuel tank sitting on top of it. So hopefully when it rains, the water isn't going straight down the carb. Hopefully it's just going over it. So years ago when I was 17, my grandfather had a Husky 35, 34, 35, 32, whatever it is, top handle, Husky, white tank, orange everything else, like an 015, but the Husky version. Thing was off its head. I couldn't get over it. He goes, you can put it all back together, you can have it. So he took it to a shop, they pulled it apart, said, I can't remember what they told him, but must have told him it was too old, we're not working on it. And I think it was the day he bought the Husky 135. I think it was a 135. 135, yep. So they all bolt, the 4 bolts go through the fuel tank and hold the engine together. I managed to get all that back together. The gasket on the tanks were completely gone, so I just RTV'd it, I think. Or the gasket was there, but I put, can't remember if it was that or aviation gasket goo all the way around it. Managed to get it all together. Bob's your uncle. Put everything back together, away it went, but every now and then I had to wear a glove, because for some reason, because of the metal brake flag, as soon as you touch the flag, I'd get jolted. The saw was off its head. It had a 14 or a 16-inch bar on it, and I was cutting timber that big. It just absolutely owed through whatever I put it against. Kind of like the Mach 110. It's starting to rain. So I'll have a look, purely because I want to get that box out of sight, put it back together. So we'll have the Partner 35, which is pretty much the Husky 35. It's all the same. I think John Surred had one as well. Black & Decker. Homelight, I'm not sure, but Black & Decker had their version. Sears as well, I think. Craftsman. So we'll have that. We'll have this. I know Jeffrey wanted to see this against the 110. The 2 home lights, the XL2 and the XL Auto. The Max. The 192T. I would have had a Poolin 2000 counter vibe, but me and Jay fell through, J&S Firewood. He's gone. An Ozito, if I can get one sorted, which is an OR 2500 clone for next year. Top handle, shootout, basically. I think once I hit 1,000 subs, I'll have more editing options through YouTube. So I want to do the side by side. I've got a few videos still saved in my phone to do side by side. I'm not sure if I can steal it back from YouTube or not, but I can do screen record. A couple of my shorts videos are screen recordings. So I've got a lot planned. I've got heaps more saws to work on. I've got a couple more builds. Bottom up builds. Johnson Red, Husky, Steel might be done. Don't know if I'll get it done in the holidays. The cases and that are ready to go. It's all ready to go. Just got to get the bearings and that out of the back shed. NOS. NOS bearings. One set went in Reese's 076 Super. And I kept the other set because I knew I wanted to build one. I've got all the bits. Except for all I do have all the bits. I've just got to get an oil pump out of another TS510 and swap it in. An oil hose, which I've got plenty of other bottom ends there, like 050. I've got early 050, 051 bottom ends, but the clutch side bearings are gone, which uses the crank as the inner race, so it's like a roller, but the outer race presses into the case. It's like $120 just for one bearing, but you got to get them out of Norway or somewhere like that. $120 for a bearing. I thought, yeah, nah, leave it. You still can get them, but it costs too much. Might be cheaper for blokes in the US, but for us it's not feasible. Not when I can update the bottom end to use a 6203 bearing. Where'd everyone go? They're not saying anything. 6 thumbs up though, thanks. 3 people watching. If you want to ask questions, ask. I don't bite. Hard. I'm just babbling away. It's pretty much the same thing every live stream, just letting everyone know how much I've got to do. This one was just basically to reveal the 1010. Now it doesn't want to go. She's flooded, but I don't have another carb I can use. Oh, I might have. There might be a Super XL one in there. There might be a Super XL one in there. I'd like to put. We'll see if it's enough carb when I get it out in the timber with the 24-inch. Otherwise, like I'd really like to put a HL Tilly on one, make it reed fed, and put a pod filter up top. Maybe I can do that later on. Suppose you could put that fuel tank on top of like a 60cc, 70cc saw or engine. She's an open can. There's a fair bit of crap in there. I'll have to inspect the piston. I want to inspect the piston and that too. Now she's fully run. I reckon it's fully run in now. We might de-sticker it. Just leave the CS 3911 on the back. It's not a 3911, it's a 2511. Check out me, I don't know if it pops up in your screen, but right there is that's my link to my shop. My merch. The new 08S design is on there. It just doesn't have still written on it anywhere. You can clearly see it's an 08S. Everything helps me do what I do. I did buy my own shirt from my store, but I can't find it. I washed it probably 5 days ago. I can't find it. There's that many baskets of clothes. Because we can smash out it's an hour and 20 minutes for one load in the washing machine, and then the dryers, it's about the same time. So once the clothes go out, they go in the dryer. The next lot, once that finishes, you know what I mean? You can smash out heaps. It's a 10 kilo washing machine, I think it is. 10? It'd have to be 10. And our new dryer's got 7 kilo. I think it's 7. You can fit a whole basket of clothes in it. Not one of those little ones with the handles, you know what I mean? I'm talking like those flimsy, it must be 50 litre, 60 litre bucket thingos for like, people use them at like parties for ice and put the drinks in, but we use them for washing. A whole one of those in it. It's got a sensor in it when it's damp, and then when it's dry, it actually dries. So it's like an hour and, must be a 90-minute cycle. But if you leave the clothes in there, it just keeps going and going and going. Cooling them down, keeps tumbling them over. You gotta, once it beeps at you, you gotta get them out because it just keeps going. So, yeah, but my shirt's somewhere in one of those baskets. I just don't really like today I would have worn a t-shirt, but summertime it's got to be these, but I need to get some that aren't black because it can be bloody hot. Yesterday it was like this all day yesterday, but 70 something Fahrenheit, 35, 36 degrees. If you're watching and you were here, let me know what the temp actually got to, because it was about 30 degrees at 2 o'clock. I think it was when I checked it. Then I checked it again last night because there was rain popping over in the background. And it was 34, I think, so it would have got to probably 35, so 70 degrees Fahrenheit, probably a little bit more. If you're watching and you can't comment, do that, so I know I know you can do that, because I watched for years Buck and Billy Ray and all that. I went to bloody comment, couldn't do that, but I could send a super chat. I got those down there as well, super chats, super thanks, memberships. Check out the memberships section. It's a small donation a month, just like Apple Music, all that sort of stuff. When the season kicks off again, I'll be putting more videos in there, and I'll be having memberships only live streams. Starting to rain, you can see it there now. Oh yeah, we've got a band coming. I'll have to pack up. I'll have to go on the ute. Gotta get smashed. My microphone and stuff in there. This phone cord off. Bloody rain coming. Take you out of the tripod. Actually, I didn't have to take you out of the tripod. I just got to remove you from the clamp. Bloody rain. It's getting annoying. My veggies need it, but, well, actually they don't, because some of the plants, like the lemon trees, I've been giving it too much water. According to this new app, I've got that planting. It tells me I've been giving it too much water. I wonder what's wrong with me friggin'. So this is an iPhone to C adapter, and then this thing plugs into it. And then you plug that into your phone, and that's the receiver for your microphone. And then you could plug another charger cord into it, but for some reason it's not blinking. Like, it's not flashing. I'll have to check it when I get home. I need to be in a darker, like it needs to be darker for me to see if it's working or not. I'll put this back in the box so it charges. Maybe that's what the problem is. 22%. Everyone's left. They must be having supper. I'll need to plug my phone in. How much has it got? 32%. I need to plug it in. So we'll be going through the microphone in a minute. The stereo. Right now. This side. This side. That side, Brendan. Is it going to... Just connected. That might miss me. Have a look. See that? It's pretty wide. Hopefully it misses. nearly 2-hour live stream. I might end it at 2 hours if Darcy doesn't pop in. He probably won't. He's been sleeping till after lunch. I slept till 11 o'clock yesterday. I swear I had my alarm set. Nope. Turned it off the day before, Christmas Day. The days just go too fast when you're waking up at 10, 11 o'clock. You get up, you have breakfast. Well, by the time you have breakfast, it's after lunchtime. Sit down and play a game for a little bit, and then it's 4 o'clock. You're like, what's for dinner? Oh, I don't know, what do you want? Oh, I don't know. By the time you eventually get up to do something for dinner, it's 8 o'clock at night, and then you're like, far out, because the sun's still out. So like last night, I finished at 10:10 at 5:30, something like that. Went inside, sat on the lounge, watched a bit of golf, tried to watch a bit of the cricket. Our Channel 7 doesn't work, so we managed to get the screen, managed to pop up normal, but wasn't continually playing. The score was 5 for 260 something or whatever it was. Sweet. Clicked it over to golf. It's the golf channel, but it just plays highlights. So I watched one round of the highlights and then it started again. Thought, played a bit of Super Mario 3, Mario Brothers 3 so it was on a Nintendo Switch, but in the Super Nintendo format. Played that for a little bit. Then I got up, went out the back. Kieran started watering the veggies and the grass. We're trying to get the grass to grow out the backyard. There's three species of grass in our backyard. So if you walk out the door on the left, we've got kikuyu, pretty much in the middle, but around the weeds there's cooch, and then right over near the back shed. So where am I? I've got a 3 metre by 3 metre garden shed full of chainsaw parts, and there's 5 weed whackers, probably more in there. All my golf clubs. Couple of lawn, like an old 1970s Victor Mayfair. My petrol pressure washer. There's a Scott Bonner mower in there I've got to reassemble. Just can't be bothered. So that's buffalo. Or it might be a different type of kikuyu, but it's got to be buffalo because it's about that wide. If you can't comment, thumbs up it so I know. You can't. I know on iPhones you can't unless you've got a Google account. If you want to check out my merch, my shop's down there somewhere. Super thanks, super chat. If you can't comment physically because you need a thingo, but you can super chat if you want to send a message. Everyone else has disappeared. I'm just babbling. Just pretty much giving me my life story. It's pretty much what YouTube's about, isn't it? This band of rain's going to miss. That's why I'm in the ute. It probably still might hit me though, but it seems to be moving that way. $10, almost. So when I hit 2 hours, it'll be $10 basically. Doesn't even feel like 2 hours. It feels like I've been here 20 minutes. That box is empty. It's going to get probably ripped up, or I'll put Reese's stuff in there. Reese's, bloody hell, Darcy's stuff in there. I don't know if he's coming in the holidays or what the go is. I was kind of hoping he was going to come over. It's 07. I've got a 4-blade mower, Blade Boss with blades on it for his lawnmower. The S55 partner, top end, muffler, like whatever bits, because I'm going to I'll probably throw the crank cases and the crank and the flywheel out because I've split the bloody crank trying to get the flywheel off. Can't get the flywheel off. The carb, if I can't get that carb to fit, maybe the 1010, because it's a Tilly. I think it's a Tilly. If it's a Tilly, then I might chuck it on the 1010 because it's a bigger Venturi. The rear bottom half of the rear handle with the switches, I'll take that off and you can have that. The fuel tank, top cover, handlebar, that AV on that clutch side, that's mint. Then I'll throw that because I'm slowly cleaning up the garage. I can get down my aisle now where the saws are, both sides as shelves. I've got to get the compressor out, probably take the engine back off it and the pump off it and piff it. It's a nice sized compressor, but maybe the pump on the, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. The compressor I'm using now, that's probably too small to put that V-twin pump on. Have I got an empty bottle in here? Yep. It's fire season. There was a couple of bushfires out of control. I think there's still one out of control 3 hours away, 2 hours away. Yeah, slowly cleaning up the garage. We've got to get the trailer out to take it to the tip. That's one motivation, but the main motivation is I've got to put all the saws away. All the ones in the back of the back of the ute. There's some parts in here. There's a box full of parts, and that's it. I think the other saws are it. Well, the 1010's in the back. The 08S that should be running this afternoon. I just want to make sure the bottom ends, the bearings are nice and don't make a noise. I did get it for a parts saw for the intake, carb, top cover, even though I do have another one. The other one might need a little bit of repairs. The one that's at home's been repaired. Recoil, muffler for the flange to make pipes. I'm going to make pipes. I found a cutting disc yesterday. So once the garage is a little bit cleaner than what it is, the stuff at the back roller door, so like that partner saw I was talking about, I'll remove all the good bits off it, throw the crank in the bin, the cases and the crank. I think I've got the clutch and all that off it already. I'll take the bar studs out. That'll go in the box for Darcy. I could probably use those. On a Husky or something. Darcy's probably running his 394. I haven't received a message from him or anything yet because today he was hoping today was going to be nice and cool to run it. I've got my 6th 041 sitting at the roller door. It's seized. It's the red top, low top, round top, if that makes sense, with the 041. I think it says electronic. There's no ignition on it though, so it's a round top, red top. I'm not sure if it's a high or a low. Can't remember now. It's probably a high. So the smooth round, not the box looking bloody. Actually, my other one's a low top. The red one. So that's another future project. I've got some other crap sitting there in milk crates. That's got to go out the back shed, but I literally can't move in the back shed. I can walk in there, but that's it. So that's got to be done. The car fridges have got to go. Well, one's got to go back on the shelf. Then the battery box on the shelf. There's something else there in the way. There's our big camp fridge. That's got to go somewhere. It's a spare one now. Our original one. I'll probably try and put that up on top of something if I can in the garage, because it's 90 litres. It's like a metre long by half a metre wide and up to my knees high. It takes up a lot of room. Like it won't even fit in the back seat. That's how big it is. So that's got to go somewhere. Then I've got a few saws. The 86 has got to go back on the shelf. It's just sitting there on my old workbench. With the Lombard, the 08S from the unboxing, it's sitting there as well. Plus I've got the cases from 076. There's just crap sitting on top of crap. The XL Auto home light, it's sitting there as well. They've all got to go away. I can get down the aisle now, so there's some saws with bars on them. I've got to take the bars off so I can turn them. Instead of sitting on the shelf like that, they sit on the shelf side by side. The Minimax, most of them have still got the bars on them from the videos, so they've got to come off as well so I can sit them back how they were. And then I've got another one I haven't revealed yet. I've got to try it again, otherwise I'll have to take the motor back out, swap the carb out to one that works. I think I've got a couple. It did fire and run beautifully, and then it didn't, so maybe the screen inside the carb, if they've got one's blocked. All the fuel hose is kinked. Deported 110. We'll get a timing advance before the end of the off season, so I can take it back out, give it a decent. I think I only need about 4 or 5 swipes with a raker file, and she'll be mint. What's going on with the bloody screen now? I hate how it goes, dulls down. Uh, 86 is 95% complete. I've just got to put the clamp on the intake boot. I've got to find the correct one because it's just a normal hose clamp, but it's not as wide in the strap. It's a narrower strap, so I've got to find it. I think I've got a muffler ready to go. I've just got to weld a pipe to it, so there'll be a little bit of welding. I've got to make pipes for the 08s, all of them, exactly the same. If I've got enough pipe, I could actually pipe the 86er. But I want to pipe the 395, the Hulse former. I've actually got to find those 2 pieces of pipe, square pipe tubing, RHS, because I want to do a bear claw. I want it to go down, up, backwards, and out. Where'd everyone go? Yeah, that band of rain didn't even come this direction. That's all right. We're over 2 hours, 5 minutes past 2 hours. Maybe, I don't know, something's... Yeah. Chris was the last one that commented. My phone's warm. I don't think it likes that charger cord, but it's pretty... charges fast in there. I think it's in the bigger amperage. I've got a USB, a double USB hardwired to the car in the factory switch spot in the center console. Problem is, it's the old school. It's that one. I need to put C ports. I need to upgrade, but I don't think I'll do it with this ute because this ute will probably be gone soon. That's the charger for my wireless, my cordless electric chain sharpener. Well, they're your indicators. There you go. There's the blink popped out of the center console. The USB switch. Well, it's not a switch. Well, they call it a switch, but the USB charger thingo's in there, hardwired to accessories, which I think is off the cigarette lighter socket, which I've got my GPS heads up displays plugged into that. Someone's popped in. If you can't send a comment, hit the thumbs up, because I know on iPhones, if you don't have a Google account, you can't create a channel to chat. So it says it down here, this is a Google phone. Create a channel to chat. If you don't have one, you can thumbs up it. Oh, that was me, sorry. You can thumbs up it, and you got to be a subscriber, I think, to send super chats. And so if you want to send a message, down there, super chats. My apparel store is down there as well. For me, it's right there. There's a button. I don't know if for you guys. No, it's not there. You need a channel to join the chat. Darcy must have a Google account, because he doesn't have a channel, but he can send comments or join the chat, if you know what I mean. Wonder where Sarah and Chris and Zach, is Zach still here? Because we just said hello, Merry Christmas, and then he left. Did you say the 1010? The Falcon there. What did he get? I don't know what he got. It wasn't a mouse. I can tell that much. No one wants to say anything? Ask any questions? If you only just popped in, I'm sitting in the car because it's windy, cold, and I thought I was going to get wet, but it's just missed me, the band of rain. No. I'll go home and fix this Pro Max 60 then. Ported Pro Max 60, sort this knock out. Might port another Pro Max 610 or a 650. I might do a 650. I've got two there. Actually, I've got a. It's badged as 610, but it's got a 650 cylinder with a 610 piston crank. So basically it's a 610 with a 650 cylinder. I might put that back together with an ungoverned carb, see if I can block the decomp hole, pipe it. Is that something someone would want to see? I'll cut a notch out of the bottom plate for the pipe. The only thing is I can't sit it down. I won't be able to sit it down unless I put some feet or something on the bottom plate. Well, I don't need to put it down on the ground. I can stick it in the log if I need to put it down. Maybe that's what my other 610 wants, a pipe. Maybe a 7. I wonder will the 7 Pro Max 700 muffler fit one like it? You know, the flange. Well, everyone heard McCulloch and took off. So who's the one that's been here watching the whole time and hasn't said anything? Probably Chop. No one wants to say anything. Where's Taz? Tasman hasn't even popped in. Justin was here earlier on, running some Max. Luke, yep. Just the 1010. She's got some problems now. Only carb issues. Seals are good. It was resistance on the crank on the seals. Watching iPhone. Darcy will watch back anyway. Someone else has just popped in there going, I don't know if it's playing up like it was the other day. I got my days mixed up. I did a live Monday thinking it was Sunday. And I said Wednesday was Christmas Eve, thinking Christmas was Thursday, but it was Wednesday. Got my days mixed up because I don't write the bloody date. That's you. Oh, you're watching but not saying anything. Yeah, so I got my days mixed up. So for me to do a live on Christmas Eve, it was the day after the last live stream. Oh, holiday mode. I don't write the date. I don't write the date down every morning anymore because I'm not at work. And I'm pretty sure I don't have to do it in my new job either. Although apparently it's all on app, so I'll be logging in and whatever on it, so I'll know what day it is. And I'll be on. Well, actually, I'll be working through 2 days because it's night shift. So I'll start on the date before I finish. If it wasn't windy today, it'd be a nice day. But actually I don't even know what. It's only supposed to get to 20 degrees, but when we go on the weather app, it tells you what it feels like. My buddy has his Christmas. Hey, I had actually, I think there was three people on my Facebook friends list that it was Christmas Day. I think my second youngest daughter that lives with me, hers is the 22nd. 22nd. My second born daughter's the 20th. my missus' brother is the last day of the December, I think. Yeah. A friend, or you may as well say an ex, but I didn't know she was a dyke. Hers is Boxing Day yesterday, which is today for you guys. So it never occurred to me, because I didn't really listen at school. But yesterday, Boxing Day, I thought it meant boxing, but I just had a thought about it last night because we went for a drive. See if anyone's thrown out any good stuff, but no one's thrown anything out yet. It only occurred to me what yesterday meant. Yeah. So, have you been listening the whole time, Chris? So you know exactly. So Babylon, what I've got lots to do. Boxing. It's got to be the day that they put him in the box, Boxing Day, because Christmas Day is his birthday, isn't it? No, Christmas. Yeah, it's the day he was born. Not that I follow any of that stuff. I just had a thought, like Boxing Day. Because Easter's the day he died, isn't it? B-Day. Birthday. So how come the next day is Boxing Day? Did they wait a whole year? It's confusing. I don't know. And I went back to school when I was 20. It didn't actually. We didn't even do any of that sort of stuff. It was more complex maths and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, resurrected. Oh, I don't know. Far out. Why is Boxing Day Boxing Day? Oh, if I get home and get this Pro Max 60 pulled down, but I'll probably sort out the 1010 first. My work is closed till the 2nd. I go back to work. Well, I start my new job. I'm guessing the 12th. Lots of fighting. So it is boxing. Not put him in a box and put him in the ground. That's what I thought it meant. A lot of fighting over presents. Mike Tyson. Denny Green. Mundine. Not a fan of Mundine. Runs his mouth too much. Where'd that bottle go? I've got to put the bottle. Button the bottle. Better see if the boss lady's awake. Grab another coffee. Oh no, my hat got dirty when it fell off my head. We'll have to see if I can find the braided leather that goes around here with a couple of croc teeth. Should I get croc? Nah. Should I get croc or shark teeth? Shark teeth would be mad. I know what I could do. I'll put a length of chain around there. Zip tie it on there. Couple of quarter inch. Or maybe that might be too heavy. I know what I can do. I've got a whole heap of 404. I don't know if they'll stick. I've got stickers like a whole heap. Actually, I should get my logo. Big cutters. 404. There might be something out there. I've got some axe keychains with axes on them. So if I do that, I'll have to wear this hat, when I go out cutting. It's no big deal. Probably could. Be better on my head. Oh, I can't wear my earmuffs, so I'll have to wear the earplugs. I should have a look at those stickers and stuff, because I can put them on my workbench. Stick them to my workbench. And I can put I've got a clock. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It'll be there. 08S logo hat band. My 08S merch is in the store. The new one got accepted. I just had to remove the steel off it. So it's there. There's hats and stickers and shirts. I'll have to order one so I can show you what it looks like, I suppose, but it won't be for a while yet. Toques or beanies, I've got those there in there. Caps, coffee mugs, 08S. I don't know if Darcy's ordered any yet, but they're there. Finally, I had to remove the steel off the bar and the side cover. But you can clearly see it. I don't know if I can access the store here. I'll have to maybe go here. Visit store. I'll show you. Here's one on a hoodie. Download anyway. And I want to down. I don't want that yet. It's not game time. Whoop, what's that? Agree. Oh, it's telling me to you and visit the shop. Here, look. If I click on the design. What more could you really want? It's at $27. Oh, 57 Australian. So that's cheaper for you guys in America. Probably $35. That's a hoodie. What size do they go to? 5XL. That'll fit too. That'll fit me. The only thing is I'm bummed that I can't get rid of that black border. I can't get rid of the black border for white. How do I go back? I'm on this friggin' phone. I've got no idea. Oh, here. Okay. Home. I never searched the internet on this phone. Here she is. Stock 08S. So if you go to my store, there's actually a video there you can watch. I've got those library bags. That looks sick on that. T-shirts. It looks pretty good. Apart from the border, I just wanted it in a circle, but I can't get rid of that black border. But there's some things that look good on and some that doesn't. See if I can find a hat. There's the sticker. $3. I wished I got that refined. That it's alright, I suppose. Okay, how do I get rid of that and that? Oh shit! I just went out of YouTube. That's alright. I'm the first video that pops up. Live chat. I like it. My missus did that. Like I said, I just stole a picture off Google of a brand new one. It just so happened to be sitting there. It was in a square. It was like a square picture. She made it into the circle like my logo. Sent it to me. I put the text on it. Tried to upload that. Nah, copyright because it's still J and S. Me and him are no longer friends. Um, he's taken the logos out, but he didn't refine it. So if you actually look at it really closely, you can see where he's gone. It sort of makes the bar look a bit funky. I just uploaded it to see if it'll work. It works. So if I can refine it, I'll remove it and re-add it at a later date. But no one's been in there, or people have been in there, but they must be too expensive. It's not my doing. That's Spreadshop. They make everything. Well, for Aussies, it's $41 for a t-shirt. I'd say it's worth it. It's pretty good quality stuff. I just can't find my shirt since washing it. One of the kids probably ripped off with it. 10:30, time's getting on. I'll have to get home and get this. I want to get this Pro Max 60 sorted today, the ported one. Sort the 1010 out, the black top. See if I can't sort out that carb. If not, I've got another one that goes straight onto it. One that's off the engine. Probably just put that one straight onto it, and then sort the one out on it that's on it, and keep it as a spare. Sort out the 60. The other 60, I can actually clean it now because the compressor works. I've got to blow off all the other bloody saws I've used. Put them away. Maybe sort out that MS170. I only got to find a lower rubber for it. A lower rubber and a little bit of a patch job. Sort it out. I don't know if I'll use it or use I'll need the clutch drum washer, E-clip. Bearing for my ported 017. I might even have a clutch drum somewhere. Will one fit off an 023 on a 170 or 017? I don't think it will. No, because it'll be 325. There's a thought. I've got an 023C there. She's stuffed. Scored, I think. I need a recoil, air filter cover, because they're hen's teeth. I could build an 031, which I'd like to do. Port it, do what Mr. Caston has like on his 030. Port it and see if I can get it as fast as his. I don't reckon I will. I don't reckon I could get it. Not without machine work. I can send the cylinder off. What are they? 48 mil though. What are they? 48 cc. So what's that in millimeters? 45. Yeah, something like that. Far out. 5 people. Anyone back that was here before? Or has Darcy just popped in? Maybe not. 5 people now. 4 people now. Just babbling. So much to do. I've got the 750 homie. I've got to put it on the bench, give it a carb kit, take the cylinder off, clean up the piston a little bit, have a look at the cylinder. Hopefully the cylinder's still good. Someone just left. Hopefully the cylinder's still good. Side of my nose is sore. And that door wasn't closed. It is now. Solo 644 specials finally made it to the shelf in the garage with the rest of the saws. It needs the 2 lower muffler bolts that go into the case. That's it. It runs pretty good. The 44 Practica. I've got it. Actually, I think I did take the bar and chain off that. Yes. I need another. It's only got 1 muffler bolt on it, so it needs another one. And it needs a new bar and chain, so I can actually show you what it actually goes like, because it's in the video. I wanted to cut straight one way. I can't remember what way it was, but I actually got to get a rail closer. That's the first tool in the new year. So many bars at home I got that need closing, so I can, run them. I've got to close the rails on that Giants 24-inch that I run on the McCullochs. That needs closing badly because it's an 063 gauge bar, but it's got actually that might be the problem. I'm running 058 chain in it. I think that's what the problem is. But even with 063, it moves a little bit too much. I suppose. Is it a bigger tooth, Chris? No, it's the same size tooth, isn't it? 058 and 063. It's just the gauge that's different. Because the saw that come on was one of that, like that yellow thing with the fuel tank on top, but like that one that's Metal and Wood tried to sell the other day. Same saw, same bar. They run 063 chain though, not 058. Even my Clinton gear drive, the D65 bar, that's needs closing because the chain, the size of the chain is still bloody, there's still movement in the rails. Far too much. So I've got probably nearly every bar I've got, except for the new ones. I've got to run that over. It's probably a whole day just closing rails. I've got a brand new steel 20 inch Roll-O-Matic ES bar that's walloped out. It's probably Chinese, but it's got all the right stuff on it. It's said genuine steel in the bloody listing. That needs closing. So much to do, but sometimes I just get up and it's like the gauge is different. Yeah, just the gauge. Yeah. Sometimes I go at the garage and it's like, oh, CBF. Then when I want to do something, the missus wants to do something, and it's like, oh, you know. She might come out and sit out in the garage with me today. Because it's not hot. And I might get on that note, I might go home now and, well, see if she's awake. Go away. Go get another coffee. Get her one. Go home. Start disassemble of this 60. I've actually got to put the leftover bits from the 1010 out in the box, out the back shed of the saw the engine come from. Put it all in that box. Sort out the recoil, hopefully. I'll just putter along at home and take snapshots along the line. If I find something, I'll put it up in the community page so you guys can have a look. And if I sort the 60 out, I'll do a little startup video. Drivers on the chains where to. Yes, but when it's a brand new chain and it still wobbles. Was a brand new bloody, still got the paint on it, the 20-inch steel bar. I used it on the G466 that day. I cut the load of firewood for Paul with a brand new Maya chain, and it still moves. I don't know, it might be Chinese, but it's got the little square, it's got the steel, all that. It come in a bloody steel box, but it's probably cloned. But yeah, I'll do that for you guys. If you just want to see, I just started the car, so it's going back through the phone, I think. See the progress on the 60. You want to scroll back to the shorts. I think the shorts is after the video. You'll hear what the 60's doing. It's like a rattle. It sounds like the clutch cover's loose when you're revving it. I think I forgot one roller, so I'm going to go home after I get coffee, clean up the workbench a little bit, probably the whole thing up, completely start bare, because I don't have much room to work with. I've got probably the width of a saw, and that's it. I've got crap on that side, crap on that side. I'll get rid of it all. I might even film the disassemble. See what happens. I might get the action cam out. Actually, if I use that, it'll be a little bit more discreet. Probably get interrupted. That's just how it goes. No, it's definitely 063 bar and chain. But the 24-inch, the one that's got the little red square in the middle of it that says Giants, that's an 063 gauge bar, but I've got 058 gauge chain in it. That's it completely eluded me. It's an 063 gauge bar, but I'm running the Husky because it's a Husky mount bar, but I'm running a Husky 058 gauge chain in it. It does move a little bit, but when you've got a brand new chain, and when I sharpen it properly, it cuts straight, but when I don't use the breaker gauge on it, it can get a little bit wonky. But yeah. So I'll go look at this 60. Because I can't do videos, well, I'll get the trail, not the action. What's going on? I'm just about to go home. The 1010 started first pull this morning. Started the live stream. Now it's just flooding itself when I switch it off. When I turn it off, it just keeps spewing fuel in there. The metering lever was high. I lowered it in the live stream, put it all back together, but now it's even worse. You'd like to see the disassembly. I'll do it on the action cam. I think it's still on the back seat. That box should be empty right there. If I can reach it, I can put it on charge while I'm in here. I'll disassemble. I may as well do it on video. I've got the assembly on video. It's over here somewhere. I thought that box was empty. It feels like... Just give me a sec. I'll see if I can dig it out, stick it on charge in the car while I'm driving. Not sure what's in that arm. There it is. I've got some, I hope they're still on here. I had this camera mounted to the Mini Mac and the ported Husky 350 handlebar. I think they're still on here, so if they're still on here, I'll take them off. I'll take the footage off. After I do this disassembly video. And I'll stick them up. I wish I'd never bit this freaking nail off last night now. Hang on, is it charged? I think it died the last time I went out, because I did a time lapse, I think. Wow, I've got 6 people watching. Oh, I've got a screwdriver sitting there. One of my tuning screwdrivers. It's not a designated tuning screwdriver, but for the 394 I needed a longer screwdriver. Should be nice and cool to run the 394 today, Das. It's only 20 degrees. Not sure what it is, like what it actually feels like outside. The beauty of a double USB charger port in the ute. She's charging. Actually, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I can actually show you. I think I can play back when I remember how to do it. There it is. No, press that again. Oh, no, I can't. Driving mode. Didn't realise there was a driving mode. Oh, that's right. You can use it as dash cam. Watermark. Volume middle. That's right. Yeah. How do I exit? Press OK. Where's OK? There. I don't think I can watch it back on here. Why is the timer going? I'm not recording. Anyhow, charge that. I filmed the disassemble. Pro Max 60 ported. So you're going to see my hack job. No, it wasn't a hack job. I literally didn't change. I literally didn't grind anything. I just took the timing off the skirt. That's it. Never touched the exhaust port. Just give it more intake. But this 1010s, I reckon, is probably going to kick its butt. And I didn't do much to it either. Darcy can verify that. Darcy, this 1010's got the, what is it? So it's got to go through that little hole on the clutch cover, and it's going to go in and then out, like in. It's got to be kicked in and then straightened again. I'll send you a photo when I get home. It's in the live stream. I didn't realise you. I only just popped in. I've got to go to the friggin' toilet again. Hurry up. Might have to do it on the side of the road here. I gotta hold it till I get home. Drive slow. I can't check if Kieran's awake unless she's watching. I need to put the window down a bit. I just turned the aircon off. I don't know if it's hot or I got sunburnt yesterday. I reckon I got sunburnt yesterday. Or cloud burn. The sun did pop out at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock last night. It was still like daylight. While Kieran was watering the grass, trying to get the grass to take over the backyard. We've got kikuyu, cooch and buffalo. There's 3 species in our backyard. Just need the wind to go away so I can weed and feed it. To get some more darts. See what I can show you. See this house? That farmhouse is abandoned. The windows are boarded up. Those sheds, I wanted to try and get in there to do the lives because there won't be any wind. Can't get in there because the front gate's padlocked. It's padlocked. Suppose I could do it in my garden shed, but I need to make some room. Excuse me. Can't see the chat. Oh, I need a second phone holder. So yeah, the 1010s I was at. It's too scary to hold wide open without a bar and chain on it at least. I've got to swap the car. I'll swap the carb out to the one that was on the original, the famous. I say famous because it's got like 1600 views, the original PM 1010. That's that motor that's in that one there now. But she's ported in timing advance. Just the carb that's on it's letting too much fuel into it. I can turn the low jet all the way in, it's still too much. I think the needle's not sealing. Old farmer walking his Jack Yap Yap. We'll swap the carb out, try it again, and then I'll test that one, but I'll concentrate on the 60 first, because that's minor. I can still start it and run it. Well, last time I tried it, I couldn't get it to go. So, with the fuel tanks sealed itself, must have just been dry, but it looks like there's RTV or something around it in there. It might be a different type of sealer. I reckon the cork, if it's got a cork in there, it's probably still in there, but they've probably put RTV with it as well, and it's all swollen. But now it holds, doesn't leak around the seal. It's just minor seeping from the fuel hose, but once the fuel hose fully softens up, that'll seal again. That'll seal. It'll be mint. I've got to put a longer bolt in the bottom of the brace at the bottom of the thing out because the rubber keeps falling out. I'm going over some corrugations. The phone's bouncing, but the car's not. Second gear rolling. I wonder why I got the 60 apart to time it. I might have a look. I'll have a look at the. Pretty sure the intake's fully open when the piston's at top dead center. I'm pretty sure it's fully open, but I could probably. It's pretty strong as it is now. The saw, so. And it's got the other thing. Oh, Darcy, I was talking in the live stream earlier about porting another six. I've got another 610 there with a 650 cylinder on it. I might, if I can, block. Friggin' hell, they graded this road not long ago. We drove up this last night. It wasn't this corrugated. Blocking off the decomp and piping it with a timing advance, obviously. I wonder what size those decomp threads are. I think it's you'd know what they would be, or just I can weld it shut. Yeah, good on you, dickhead. Some idiot in the friggin' car license tipper. I don't know if you would have seen it flying past. It flew past. Doesn't give two craps about the dust. Straighten them. I think I might do it if I haven't ripped off with too many parts off it. 070's fine. It's on the shelf. Go to dump their rubbish, are they? Yeah, of course. In broad daylight. Stupid. Remember that banana pipe I got? No, it wasn't a banana pipe. That pipe must be for like a motor that they put on a push bike. I'm thinking about putting that on my whippersnipper. Or on one of them. Wake the neighbourhood up when I do the whippersnipping. Oh, I'm on the main road now. Better do the speed limit. What did I miss? Need to give you one. Okay. Yeah. Let me get the timing numbers so I can write them down. Decom Threatening is probably like 5/16, so that's about right. It's the same as the... Oh, actually, I think I've got a cylinder there with something screwed into the bloody... Why not? Well, it's not really banana pipe. It's the one I had on your 08S. Remember that one? I've still got it. I'm just thinking, all my... Like my whippersnippers and my lawnmowers, they're all stock. There's nothing's modded like my chainsaws. I thought, well, well, I won't do it to Kieran's one, the Echo, because she loves using it. She'll run it. It's a straight shaft. Had it for years. 610. I wonder will that bloody the carb on my one run yours? Come on, people. I just pulled over so I can let these cars pass because I'm not driving the actual speed limit. I wonder will the 710 or 700 carb that's on mine run yours? German or Swedish? Oh yeah, the partner carb. I'm going to put all your stuff in a box in the next couple of days. I'm not sure if you were planning on coming or what, but I can't read all that bloody shit. I can't read all that while I'm driving. Saw decomps, yes. the McCulloch Pro Mac 650, which is the same as it's the same thread in the 710s and the 60s, and maybe makes her itchy. Oh, hang on, what did I bloody miss? I just pulled over for a sec. Okay, I never heard of that. But I know if you got a Victor and you got chooks, you're not supposed to give them the bloody clippings because of the smoke. I reckon cut probably cut the bit that it goes down, weld it shut, and then you can probably put a pipe out the front of it. But as long as it's still full of the steel wool, you should be right. It gets itchy. Can't feed horses. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I think I've got a cylinder. No, that's probably. I reckon it's Locky. I've seen 710A with the decomp blocked off. I've got some sump plugs at home, but I don't think they'll be the right thread. 5/16. I've probably got something lying around somewhere, or just weld the bastard shut. Stick a tack weld on it or something, but I probably won't use that. The decomp that's in that, it's pretty good. I think I've got one that's the springs are flogged out. Just thinking of another toy, like it's just sitting there doing nothing in the back shed. It's 610 with a 650 cylinder. Everything else is 610. Lightly scored piston, but I sanded that out. It's all pretty good now, but it'll probably need rerun in with the rings, so I might have to, while I've got it apart, try and put some cross hatches in the cylinder with some Scotch pad or something. I've got those Scotch pad flapper thingos, you can put them on a drill. I've got one there somewhere that I've used in the cylinder to go up and down. Yes, oh, there's a bloke sitting in that, that's right. Cut a slot out of the bottom plate for a pipe. Car block out the 10mm. Car block. On the Victor. 19, maybe 81. On yours, maybe a nice saw build. That the 610 most recent video was an NOS saw, I think. Yeah. Your one. But I wonder, so the reason I'm asking is that 710 carb that's on my ported 610. I wonder will it run yours. The reason I'm asking is because I've got another carb at home to put on mine, but I don't reckon mine needs any more carb. And this, the one I'm talking about building, it's already together and it actually runs, but I thought, because it's got the 650 cylinder, I think the squish bands are a little bit different. I was just going to chuck an ungoverned 610 carb on it and pipe it. Yeah, my bloody live stream's kicked off. I need my phone to pay for these coffees. I was just thinking, wonder would the carb run yours? And those partner carbs, I'm not sure they're a push. They're a push type, so they'll have to go backwards. Which your carb block's already drilled for that, so that'd work. That'd work. I've got one at home to check it. That one that's going to go to you. The S55, whatever the bloody hell my one is. Wisdom. Very late Christmas. Far out. I'm literally going to get coffee and go home and finish the live stream. I need to use my phone to pay for the coffees. Sitting there for a good 40 minutes just yakking away. No one was saying anything or anything. So pretty much give my life story out and all the saws I've got to work on, and always next time. Be in a couple of days. I'll get a couple of these saws finished and revealed. I'm going to come down. When do you want me to? Whenever you want. Love to do the Mac. Far out. I'll pull into this survey so I can read some of the thingos. But it's literally across the road from the coffee shop anyway. Bloody phone holder. Love to do the wraps first, so you've got them. Yeah, if you want. The 1010's got that step, goes in the clutch cover, then goes back and then across. But I think I'll have to change the side cover because it's a bit tight fitting in there. I might even have to trim some of the top of it for it to slide in under the tank. See you, Chris. Thanks for coming. I'll definitely film the disassemble. Might be a bit. Well, I'll try and make it. Try and make it fast. I might even use my drill or something to undo the bolts, but there probably won't be any talking in it because if the kids hear me talking, they'll be flying out and trying to photo bomb. Although they're getting pretty good at it. They know when I'm filming not to come near me. Go have your coffee. See you next episode. Thanks for coming in. What's today? It'll be Sunday. Friday. Today's Friday. Tomorrow's Sunday. Saturday, wherever you are. Might even be when Darcy comes over, I don't know yet. See what he comes up with. Try and get me bloody microphones working so we'll both have one. Wonder what this... I think it's supposed to be nice and cool Sunday. Everyone gone? Audio. Thanks for watching. Whoop. If you want to support the channel, super chat, super thanks, apparel store, and memberships. They're all down there. Catch us in the next one, Uru.